Hey there, this is Teacher Ella Podcast, episode 114, Learn English with the Kid Laroy, Justin Bieber, Stay. My name's Ola and I'm an online English teacher. I teach through one-to-one classes and I want you to know I believe you can eliminate your language blockade. I've overcome a massive blockade myself and I know how to do it. This podcast is for you if you're an English learner who wants to speak English with more confidence and get rid of speaking barriers. You'll boost your vocabulary, brush up your grammar and improve your pronunciation. Go to my website for full transcripts and worksheets to each episode. Happy learning! Hey there! Welcome back to Teacher Ella Podcast. We've met here today to detangle the lyrics of a song that has gone viral on TikTok and at the same time is tricky to get because pronunciation and grammar are, I'd say, advanced. It requires a really good grasp of the language to get everything after the first listening. We're gonna have some song facts. Later we'll jump into the lyrics. I'll read out each line of a particular verse and you'll get enough time to repeat the line after me. After each segment we'll have a break to get the essence of the most important things in the song. Top people know what it means. It means getting as many functional, practical phrases as we can. We'll squeeze these lyrics, leave unimportant stuff behind and take those natural, useful expressions with us. At the end of this episode, you're gonna hear 15 sentences that employ those essential phrases. You'll see these vocabulary elements in completely different sentences, yet those new sentences, and you can trust me, are useful, contemporary, and there's a huge probability that one day, sooner or later, you'll use them fluently, confidently, and fearlessly. Before we get in, please support my work. If you feel it's worth sharing, please share. And this is how you help my podcast to reach as many people with language blockade as possible. Thank you so very much. This is a love song, but it's different. They take the roundabout approach by expressing just how messed up they feel when they can't be with their partners. And that's why they are begging them to stay. While the song has an upbeat sound and is energetic, the lyrics are rather heartbreaking. The song is like a broken record because he has promised the same thing 100 times. That, he will be better. He promised her that he would change. And he knew that he was lying. But she was the only one thing that helped him stay on course. The relationship fell apart and he is a mess now. Bieber really liked the melody. Laroy said, "Every time I would see him, he'd be like, 'Yo, this Stay song is special, man. This song is special.' Eventually, I just pulled up on him in the studio with the files and was like, 'Hey man, ready to record?' The Biebs, that is Justin Bieber, stepped into the booth and freestyled some rhymes. Bieber questioned whether what he was coming up with was any good, but Laroy urged him to keep going and was excited about the end result. When Stay climbed to number 1 on Billboard The Hot 100, the Kid Laroy became just the second Australian solo male artist to top this chart, following Rick Springfield's hit from 1981, Jessie's Girl. Sia was the last Australian to reach number 1 with her 2014 song Chandelier. I have an episode on Chandelier. It's episode 11. Check that one out. Time to take on the lyrics. Listen and repeat. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I do the same thing. I can't change myself. This is me. Present simple tense for a thing that is constant, always true. I do the same thing. The problem seems to be different. Some time ago, I told you that I would not do it anymore. My exact words were, I will never do it again. Today, I'm reporting these words, so yeah, it's reported speech. That means I have to change the tense. Will becomes would. I told you I would help you. I told you I wouldn't do it. The negation here is a bit different because he uses the word never, and this acts as our not. I told you I would never do these things, but I still do them. I told you I'd change. Here the same. I told you that I'd change. I told you that I would change. The word that in the lyrics is in fact omitted, which is totally fine. I told you I'd change. So what were my original words? What did his promise sound like? Back then, he said, I will change. I will change. Yet again, we've got to change will to would. That's why we end up with I told you I would change. I told you I'd change. I knew I never could. Yeah, that's the thing. When he promised that, he already knew he couldn't keep the promise. His exact thoughts at that time were, I can't. But instead of not today, he makes the sentence negative using never. We normally don't make double negations like in Polish, so after never, the verb is in affirmative form. Additionally, since it's reported speech again, even if you report your own thoughts, not even words, but thoughts, reported speech does apply here. So since it's reported speech, we have to change can into could, and that's why we end up with I knew I never could. Two first phrases are really interesting grammar-wise, so let's have them yet again. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I'd change, even when I knew I never could. I can't find. Where's T? Why is it not pronounced? Should be can't, right? Or it might be can't in the British pronunciation. How come we hear no T in this song? Well, it's actually very, very common to drop the T in can't and instead pronounce this word with a so-called stop T. There's just a. I can't even explain it well. I can't even. Pronouncing T is in fact rare for American speakers of English. Check it for yourself and find how different speakers pronounce can't. You can use Youglish.com, for instance. I must admit, I got confused on this one because when I listened to the song for the first time, I thought he sings, know that I cave. Know that I cave in, to finally do what somebody wants after you have been strongly opposing them for some time. But somehow, finally, you have to cave in, you just give in. I didn't want to go there, but my friends talked me into going there, and I caved in. That's what I thought, it's tricky. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. That's what he does here. I can't find. It's beautifully linked. As good as you, as white as snow, as pretty as a picture, as big as a house. We use as plus adjective or adverb plus as to make comparisons when the things are equal in some way. The weather this summer is as beautiful as last year. Try to go there as quietly as you can. I need you. I need you to stay. Need you. Can you hear this j sound? This phenomenon, so to speak, in pronunciation is called assimilation, and I encourage you to listen to episode 57 and, more importantly, practice pronouncing this sound. It's very common and causes confusion, and we're not sure how to pronounce these combinations, and we feel self-conscious. Meet you, did you are just examples of this assimilation. Tune in to episode 57 and become confident on this one. Let's listen to and repeat the next verse. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted here. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. Oh, I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. To get drunk. Drunk is the past participle form of the verb drink. I know at school you learned only how to write irregular verbs. Drink, drink, drank, drunk. But time to fix it. It's drink, drank, drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. Secondly, I'm wasted. To be wasted, to be very drunk. Look at them, they're wasted. It's a slang word. I realized the time that I wasted here. Time I wasted, the same word, different collocation and a different meaning. To waste time is not make good use or full use of time. I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. I'll be fucked up. The episode about the word fuck is in order for sure, but for now, the meaning of to be fucked up. Two meanings, both slang and both offensive. The first, thoroughly confused, disordered, or damaged. Upset to such a degree you can't deal with problems anymore. The second meaning of fucked up, intoxicated from drugs or alcohol. If you can be right here, can be. It's again the stop T. Can be, not can't be. So can't be changes into can be. And this is a common way of pronouncing this word. Let's proceed. Listen and repeat. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love. It's been difficult for me to trust. And I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. You're the reason I believe in love. The reason why I believe in love. This why is omitted here, that's fine. You're the reason I believe in love. Some other examples. This is the reason she decided to get married. He's the reason I promised to arrive. Traditionally, let me remind you of the pronunciation of the word love. Yes, it's the A sound, love. It's been difficult for me to trust. Present perfect, because it's not past yet. I still feel the same way. It has been difficult. It's been difficult. And I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. To fuck up something means to do something badly or make a bad mistake. You've really fucked up this time. He is afraid he's going to fuck it up. But this I'ma, it's spelled I''ma. I'ma. I'm afraid I'ma fuck it up. I'ma is short for I'm going to. I'ma read for just a little bit. I'm going to read for just a little bit. My dear, we've arrived at the last verse of the song. Listen and repeat. Ain't no way that I can leave you stranded. Cause you ain't ever left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. Ain't no way that I can leave you stranded. Ain't is a word that means is not, are not, has not, have not. We've talked about this word in other songs explaining episodes. So let's move on to another phrase. To leave someone stranded. To strand somebody means to leave somebody in a place from which they have no way of leaving. The storm left tourists stranded at the airport. So to abandon someone. Stranded involves being left somewhere unpleasant, remote, or inconvenient. Because you ain't ever left me empty-handed. Empty-handed, without getting what you wanted, or without taking something to somebody. The robbers fled empty-handed. She visited every Sunday and never arrived empty-handed. You can also return from negotiations empty-handed. That's all when it comes to song lyrics. Now let's focus on the practical part and you repeating the sentences out loud. It's very different from repeating the lyrics. Now you're gonna see those same phrases in everyday useful sentences. I told you I would never do these things. I told you I would never do these things. He told me he would help us. He told me he would help us. I told you I'd do it on my own. I told you I'd do it on my own. Who told you I could do that? Who told you I could do that? I can't find the keys. I can't find the keys. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. The weather this summer is as bad as last year. The weather this summer is as bad as last year. I was hoping to meet you. I was hoping to meet you. Look at them, they're wasted. Look at them, they're wasted. I hate to see good food go to waste. I hate to see good food go to waste. It was my fault. I fucked up. It was my fault. I fucked up. It's been difficult for me to decide. It's been difficult for me to decide. Passengers were left stranded at the airport because of poor weather conditions. Passengers were left stranded at the airport because of poor weather conditions. We can't go to the party empty-handed. We can't go to the party empty-handed. Awesome work! But that's not the end of your work for this week. Go to your inbox and grab the worksheet. If you're not a member of Top People, download it from teacherola.com/114. Being a member of Top People is free and beneficial because every week I send an email with exclusive content along with a fresh worksheet. I also keep you informed, I keep you in the loop of any other things I keep on doing on the internet. For instance, recently I've been running some live events on Facebook and Instagram, so stay tuned. That's it, that's all I have. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, as always, please leave your rating in iTunes if you can. Share, comment, like, do whatever you can to help this podcast stay afloat. Tell someone about this podcast and help me spread the message. Be here next Wednesday, same time, same place. We'll talk about vocabulary. We'll look at the vocabulary connected with coffee. Thanks for listening. Take care. Happy learning. Stay fearless and say it out loud. Bye-bye.